Alright, Professor, I'm gonna go over assignment 4, both versions. Hopefully it doesn't take forever to load. I had a lot of trouble with the first version. It's had a lot of difficulty implementing like another 2D array to do the rotations themselves, opposed to the second version, which is this one that I don't know. I personally had a lot of fun with it. I don't know. I just did. Um, Anyways, let's just run the code, run the program, make sure that it's working properly and everything. So we're gonna do a 4 by 4, and then we're gonna rotate it 90 degrees, and then there we go. Then we're gonna rotate it 180, there we go, and then we're gonna rotate it 270. So as you can see, 5, 5, 6 should be all the way in the bottom. It is. And then 90 degrees should be like 5, 6, 7, 6 should be here. And then there it is. So as we can see, the program works properly, and then I insert 5 to quit the program, and then that's it. Okay, so um, we'll do the main after. So basically, this is how I did. This was something that I don't know. I just had a lot of trouble. But this YouTube video up here is what helped me basically generate everything. It was really helpful, and then you saw the articles because I really wanted to do a while loop inside, and then I don't know, I just really wanted to do a while loop, and I worked perfectly, even though it wants me to state that this is true. And then if you can comment why right here I can't put return false, um, because if user equals 5, then that automatically returns false. But it doesn't let me actually return false. I don't know why. I was just wondering if you could help me out. I was trying to Google it, trying to figure that out. I just know that once you do it, when you're in a while loop, and then once you put return, just like that, that means it's false. So therefore, you just exit out of the program. Um, and then, okay. So yeah, I just had a lot of trouble with this version. Because I didn't really get it. Everybody just did it. Like in all the articles that I read and everything, and I don't know. Is it because it's a getter? And then we're just recalling our getter into our instance board variable. Because here is our get array. So I don't know, that was just throwing me off. I was thinking maybe it's probably like a getter or something like that. Okay, so anyways, for our getter, let me also change this to, I believe you said 255. It's just, I like when it's just like simple numbers. So I'm gonna submit this code actually with you, and then let's do a 5 by 5, and then you see, like, I don't like how it looks like that. So let's just exit out of that. Or I don't, you know what? I have to reread the assignment. I'm not sure if you want us to do the bounce from 0 to 9. I think it looks really nice and neat, or you want us to do 255. I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then I'll change it after I modify it. So anyways, this is how we're gonna get our array. And then I just sys out to enter the size for the board. It's called a matrix, but I just like to see it like a checkers board, so that's why I just left it as board. Um, and then our int board equals new int, and then so whatever are the individual hits for n, we're just gonna multiply it, because it's a board, it's a matrix, so it's always n times n. And I know it was silly, but I couldn't really figure out how to do this, and then I was like, oh wow, like that makes sense. All I have to do is just hit it twice, like n times n, because I used to have like user 1 and then input 2, input 1, input 2. And then this is our for loop. And then you mentioned to me on my first assignment that I needed to put more comments, so I made sure to have more comments this time. Hopefully it doesn't really affect me on my second and third assignment, because I just got the input back, so I'm like, for sure I have to leave more comments. Anyways, this is our I is always our vertical, and then our J is our horizontal. That's how I like to know them as, or they're rows and columns. But for me, vertical and horizontal makes more sense. It's easier for me to visualize it. And then this is a simple yes loop to generate the random numbers within the matrix, within the board. And then this is the method or the function to print the board. And then this is basically what started off everything. I was trying to do an if else statement for the 180 and then the 270 within using the 90. And then just through looking at other people how they were doing their like checkers board or whatever, they were just repeating this over and over again, which is right here, which I thought it was really, really neat. So this is how basically we did the implementation. Basically, we went from like if we do, let me see, if we do a 3 by 3, oh shoot, if we do a 3 by 3, this is basically how I seen people detect it. So we go from 255 to 144, from 154 to 29 to 235 to 115. So we do that within our code here. So we basically do a swap, and then after that we go like I don't know diagonal, and you swap them diagonally, and then that's how once you do a full spin, it stays in the middle. So that's the implementation. That's the like algorithm for that. Um, I don't know. It's really I really have to practice more on this because it makes sense, but then it was just kind of confusing. But it was helpful because I seen some videos where they did it like they hand wrote it, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. But to try and visualize it when you're programming it, it's more difficult. But that's the algorithm. And then on top of this, yeah, I was trying to get really complicated with this, and then I figured out you can just reuse the method 90 degrees um, because it's just 90 times 90 is 180. And then I believe for this one, I believe we can do 180, and then we can just reuse board because 180 plus 90. Oh, you know what? It looks nicer the other way. Um, it does a full 270. So then let me go ahead and let's just double check on that. Let's do a 4 by 4, and then let's rotate it to 70, and then let's just quit this program. So 170, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it does a full spin. Okay, so yeah, it does work correctly. Okay, so that is it for this program. And then let's jump into the first version, which was the most difficult. Um, Let me see. So, oh, I didn't cover our main for the other program. So let me just quickly cover that on this one because that's where I had a lot of fun doing this. I don't know because there was other ways that I was trying to go about it with this. And then I don't know. I just really wanted it to be boxed in to have like a nice visual out of the terminal, or however it's called when you print out something. And then this is basically how I did it. I did a while loop. While not 5 is true, then we're gonna run this. Else, that means it's else means it's false, and then we exit out of the program. Very straightforward. And then let's go to this first version. First version was really difficult for me. Because I couldn't get my hand. Like I looked into a lot of articles or like links and whatever, to where they implemented two 2D arrays in order to do the rotation with the second 2D array, and I don't know, it was just, I don't know, I felt like it was just really really difficult. It got me way more comfortable with the arrays now, but yeah, nonetheless, it was very difficult. Like I don't know, it's just arrays have always been a weak spot, and then I am aware that arrays are like a huge deal when it comes to interviews. So I'm gonna start doing more interview question like on the websites where like you could do interview questions and then solve them. Because yeah, okay. So basically the whole code is gonna be the same thing. The only thing that's gonna change is that we're not gonna be using a temporary array in order to rotate and throw and restore everything back. We're just gonna use a second array, an addition array, another 2D array, which is right here. Um, and then we're gonna do the same concept that we were doing before, but now we're gonna be using it from our original board array to our new board array. So we're gonna be flip-flopping everything within another array. And then here I put more comments because comments was something that I was missing. And then the 90 degree, once you get the 90 degree, it's just straightforward to the 180 and the 270 because it's the same concept as the second version. It's just I mean, this is the first version. Yeah, the first version. It's just we're gonna be using this. We're gonna be tossing it around because we don't have a temporary, so we can reuse our methods. So that's why I found this one to be more difficult. But yeah, that's basically the whole code for the first version and the second version. And then yeah.